Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ruchi Shirurkar. Today I'm going to address a very important question that a lot of homeopathic doctors, young students who come to the clinic keep asking me when I conduct the sessions. This is a very important question that people ask. Like which method we should follow, which is the best method, and what is the trend that I'm also seeing is that people from classical method or Calcutta method or Sehgal method, or each one is very adamant about their own method and would somehow be derogatory or look down upon the other school of methods. Like I've seen people who practice from mind method. I have done mind method quite a lot. I have conducted a lot of sessions, but they would say, oh, we don't ask the craving aversions, or we do not give importance to thermals, or why is past history even asked? Just observe and take the rubrics, form a totality, and yet the magic happens. Yes, the magic happens. But there is, after 20 years of my practice, what I have learned is these methods were created to make the life of a homeopath easy. Suppose if a patient comes, what you should observe, someone would see the observation and form rubrics and give the medicine. Someone would give importance to a past history. So it's like you have to see the elephant, but someone sees the trunk, someone sees the tail, someone sees the legs and sees the elephant. It's as simple as that, right? But what I've seen is we are becoming prisoners of these methods. Like if I'm practicing one method, I am a staunch believer of that method, and I'm also developing a tendency to look down upon other methods. That is what I'm seeing. So recently I went to a college, a very well-renowned college, to give a lecture on observations on pediatric patients, and I was obviously talking about observations, corresponding rubrics to form totality. And someone, a very senior doctor there, asked me, which system do you follow? And I was like, few years back I had an answer, but now no. So I said, I practice a Hahnemannian method. No, which system? Like you would do it from Sehgal way or X way or Y way or Z way. So I was like, it depends upon the case, right? Why should I be stuck to one method only? It completely depends on a case. If a case has a very characteristic physicals, I would give on that. And if I see a very characteristic observation, or I would only take the rubrics. So why should be I a prisoner of a method, right? That is my basic question, that why should I be a prisoner of a one particular method? Why cannot I be open to every method and learn each method, so that whatever is a limitation of one method would be taken care of other method, right? So this is my very important message to all young and even senior homeopathic doctors. Like we should be very open-minded, we should be ready to learn various approaches and be not derogatory to someone who's not following our method. Like I don't use a lot of tinctures, I don't use tinctures, but I'm open to learning. Like I would not say, oh, you use tinctures. No, everybody has results and everybody has limitation, right? So as a homeopathic doctor, we should be open to learning. Our main aim, our main mission is to cure the sick, right? Our main mission is not to propagate ourselves and say, oh, I am great and you are down. No. So this is a feeling that I keep getting whenever I attend any seminar, or do something. Like why people are, so we as a community, we come together, if we are ready to learn from each other, more focus. I will never talk bad about allopathic system of medicine, because they also have their positives and negatives, right? So if we more focus on ourselves and our patient's recovery and understanding how to reach a correct remedy, no matter which path you take, I think we'll be able to grow as a system and give better results to patient, rather than giving importance to which group you belong, the name of the group, and how great we are, and how I think so. As if we all come together and give more importance to understanding of the patient and not give importance to the system we follow, I think we'll all have better results in our practice. At least my practice, I have improved a lot. Recently I also conducted a session on how to give importance to past history, and I applied it in my practice, and I have wonderful results. especially in autistic cases, past diseases, pregnancy history, and giving a lot of importance to history, because what we are today is also a result of what diseases we had in the past, or what experience we had in our mother's womb. So especially in children I'm talking about. uh, yeah, so this is my strong message to everybody who asks me ki what system we follow. You should follow a system, what a method which a case demands, and you should be a homeopath who's open to learning and open to increase their knowledge, and the main mission is to cure the sick, and to increase your knowledge, be capable. So, and study very hard. It's been 20 years of my practice, and not a day that I'm not studying. There are days where I'm up till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., studying something, or trying to solve a case which is not responding, or trying to learn something from someone else. Like, I would see a YouTube video, or read a book, or do something which helps me to gain my knowledge, right? So only mantra for success is studying very hard, and perseverance and hard work. And that is what I really want to tell you, that all these methods, you can learn all the methods and do best in your life, right? That is being a good homeopath, right? So thank you very much, and I hope what I wanted to convey you all understand. And also an important question that a lot of people ask, that which books we should read. What I have realized recently, we are very attracted to the new books coming up, and we do not know the basic books. Even I am started reading after so many years a lot of basic books, and I'm surprised that okay, this was written and I have not applied. So the problem is that we don't study our basics. So you can study rubrics from repertory. I feel the repertory is the best book to study rubric, and materia medica from the basic books, right? You can attend sessions, no matter how many sessions you attend of mine or anybody else, you only grow when you start studying. So I can teach you 5 things, but you will learn 50 things only when you go back to your books, right? So if you're not able to do the maximum out of that session, then it is not worth. So your hard work will only pay off. And I always say that money is the byproduct. Money always comes, right? I was earning 3,000 a month when I started with, until today. It's been a long journey, but it was worth it. So money is always a byproduct. If you work hard, if you give good results to your patients, they will refer more patients, and you will earn a lot of money. So money should never be the criteria. Money is a byproduct, and it will always come. Hard work, perseverance, and dedication is only thing that you really need. And read your basics. These methods should be handy to you. You should not become a prisoner of these methods. That is what I strongly believe. And thank you. This is the message that I really wanted to give since a long time. So I made this video after my OPD. Thank you. Study hard and give good results to your patient.